Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So the Nigerian Super Eagles are still in their camp trying to get the best out of themselves as they prepare for the qualifiers game against South Africa this weekend. Of course, Finidi is still running things with his assistant coaches, and the boys are as usual following his lead and all his instruction. And right now they actually had that training today being Monday in the morning. I talked about that in the last video, but in the evening they didn't come out because they had to cancel that training because of the news that has just broke out now. Of course, if you're within Nigeria, you definitely know that there is a current nationwide strike that has now hit the country, and apparently NLC and TUC, that's Nigeria Labour Congress, and Trade Union Congress, have now decided to go on a nationwide striking, which has now affected almost all the industries or sectors of Nigeria. The aviation sector has now been affected. As the report right now is that there's no flight that's currently working from Lagos to Uyo or any part of the country, at this moment because of this strike. And it's not only in aviation; it's also affected school. It's also affected the marketplaces and all of that. So this whole nationwide strike, the cause of it was actually the fact that NLC and TUC, were actually calling out to the government to increase the minimum wage for Nigerian workers in these different industries. But the government hasn't quite met their demands, which is why they decided to go on this nationwide strike starting from today being Monday. So this has now had a sort of ripple effect on the Nigerian Super Eagles preparation ahead of that South African game, as right now 8 players have now been stranded. Of course, I talked about these 8 players in the last video. I mentioned Maduka Okoye, Semi Ajayi, Bright to say Samuel, Calvin Bassey, Frank Onyeka, Iwobi, Ademola Lookman, and Paul Onwuachi. So these 8 guys have now been stranded because there is no flight that can convey them from Lagos to Uyo if they land in Lagos. The report is that some of them have already even landed in Lagos, but because of the unavailability of flights to take them to Uyo, they are now stranded in Lagos. And this is a really big issue. And some experts are saying that this could be very problematic for Nigeria. It could cause trouble for Nigeria, in the books of CAF. And of course, it could also mean that this match might be postponed if this strike lingers. Of course, this match is going to be played on Friday, and if these players cannot have access to airport and flights, and they're unable to show up, South Africa also have now communicated that they will be coming to Nigeria on Wednesday, 2 days before the game, and they're also going to come through the airport and as well from Lagos to Uyo. So if this is something that lingers beyond the time for this match, it could be a big problem. It could lead to cancellation of the game. But notwithstanding what's happening right now regarding the striking and everything that's coming with it, Coach Finidi and his team, they are very focused, with Nigerian Super Eagles. Of course, the training that they did, today's morning training was really top-notch because they did a number of things. They did some fitness routines, trainings, they did shooting drills, they did tactical exercises, and a whole lot of other interesting stuff that Finidi planned to do with the boys. And of course, I talked about the fact that they were supposed to have an evening training today, but they had to cancel it because of not the striking situation per se, but because Finidi and his crew wanted the guys to rest a little bit from the whole hard work that they did in the morning of today. But aside from that, there's also an update regarding our new jersey. Of course, in the last video, I mentioned the fact that Nike launched new Nigerian Super Eagles home and away shirts. It was a few months ago. It's not new. It's new relatively because we've not used it, but the launching was a few months ago. And right now, Ndidi has sampled that jersey, which is a hint that we might be seeing these guys wear this jersey on Friday. But again, for the match to hold, there still has to be an intervention from the government, to listen to what NLC and TUC are saying to meet their needs and hopefully end the strike. But for the jersey, I think it looks really cool. It looks like a vintage kind of sportswear. Looks thick as well from how it looks on Ndidi's body. And I just hope that for all our sakes, this jersey is a jersey that's going to come with luck, both the home and away jerseys, because luck is something I will definitely need going forward, with these two games coming up. But aside from that update, let me let you know that Siasia is also in the update, and he's now wading into the situation regarding Nigerian Super Eagles and their plan, and the preparation ahead of the World Cup qualifiers games against South Africa. Siasia, who had been there with the Nigerian Super Eagles as a coach, lent his opinion regarding that one. And what he's saying now is that this one is obviously going to be a really, really difficult match for Nigerian Super Eagles, because South Africa is also a really strong team. And we saw that in AFCON, the way that they played against us in the semi-finals. And Siasia thinks that for we to get something out of it, for we to get the maximum points from that match, it's going to be very difficult. But he believes that, if everything is done well, if all the efforts, all the hard work is put into the match in terms of preparation and during the match itself, that, we could come up tops in that one. He also, feels that the fact that Osimhen is not going to be in the match is something that's going to not work really well for Nigerian Super Eagles, because Osimhen is kind of like one of the brightest lights, in the team. Whenever he's around, you could feel it, his presence in the team, how he troubles the defense of the opposition. Even his presence alone instills fear in this opposition, and the fact that he's not going to be around is something that definitely reduces Nigeria's strength. This is what Siasia believes. And to end the gist, let me let you know that Brett somewhere next season will be playing under Coach Jose Mourinho, as he has now been appointed the new head coach of the Fenerbahce side. Of course, Bright Samuel was very, very instrumental for Fenerbahce this season, as they did really well. They actually chased down that trophy, that Turkish Super League, down to the final day of the season, which, unfortunately they lost it to Galatasaray. But this man is, on course to actually be coached by one of the best coaches in the world. His season last season was really, really fantastic. He had like 4 goals and 1 assist, in a number of games, which is very impressive for a defender, of his caliber. But it's definitely going to be very interesting to see what happens with the in the camp of Nigerian Super Eagles in the coming hours, especially with the striking situation. But more updates about those ones coming later. Don't forget to like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. React to any of the stories that you like. Thanks for watching this one, and take care of yourselves, guys. Till I catch you in my next video.